the latest Panthers news and opinions from the fan perspective.
Tony Dunn with Carolina Cat Chronicles here. Carolina held its annual Fan Fest last evening, where the team likes to show off to fans some light drills and a light scrimmage highlighted by some deep passes to get the crowd excited. Yesterday's excitement, however, was blanketed by a nervous anxiety about mounting injuries that had been suffered throughout training camp to this point. It's not just the length of the injury list, which is getting longer by the day, that is concerning. It's the big names like Cam Newton and Matt Kalil that top the list. Cam Newton was held out of throwing drills all throughout the second week of training camp after throwing for 4 straight days to open camp. He was held out of passing drills again at FanFest. Right now, there isn't any reason to panic. Cam has worked through limited training camps in the past, and if he can do this, it can only be so bad. Carolina is likely being super cautious with their most important player. Matt Kalil walked onto the field in pads with the intent of practicing after being sidelined for the last couple of days with a groin injury, and before you knew it, he was on the sidelines with the injured players with no pads on. Curtis Samuel has also been out of training camp with a hamstring injury to this point. Corn Elder is suffering from a patella stress fracture, which looks like it will sideline him for some time. And now Fred Ross and Zach Sanchez have been hit by the injury bug as well. Kelvin Benjamin was also held out of team drills after doing some light individual drills early on. We've known about these players and the concerns, even though Ron Rivera's tried to downplay them as difficulty with the heat and humidity for Ryan Kalil or wobbly legs for Kelvin Benjamin. But the hits didn't stop at FanFest. Funchess looked to have suffered some sort of nick, but did shake it off and participate in team drills. Dean Marlowe also went down and got up gingerly. Bill Voth reported that it may have been a hamstring. Injuries are part of football, and Carolina has had their share of them over the past 2 years. Matt Kalil's may be the most concerning out of this group. He missed all of last season with a hip injury, and many believe that the groin injury that's bugging him right now could be related to the rehab process. Kalil dismissed the injury as just purely being precautionary. Just being smart, I'm good to go now, so everything has worked out, I'll be ready to go. Like last year with Orr, Kalil is a needed player on the offensive line, even if he isn't playing good. So we'll have to keep an eye on his injury. Curtis Samuel's injury as well has really prevented him from taking advantage of some important reps. And for a player who was drafted to make an instant contribution to the offense, this could translate into less of a role early on for the Speedster. Maybe open the door for someone like Demir Bird. Be sure to visit CarolinaCatChronicles.com for the latest Panthers news and opinions from the fan perspective. Go ahead and like that Facebook page, Carolina Cat Chronicles, and follow us on Twitter at @Cat_Chronicles.